Hey everybody, my name is Dowden, and in this tutorial we're going to be looking at 3 really simple techniques that you might be overlooking in your drum rack that can really help you in your creative process. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So we have our drum rack here. I'm just going to drag and drop that in. New drum rack. I'm going to grab just a random sample. Grab a few here. And say we want to layer these up. We want 2 or 3 or 4 of these hi-hats. And say I want to layer all 3 of the hi-hats together. Well, instead of going in and actually having to write out like this, what you can actually do is just change inside of your chains here. Go open up the ins and outs tab, and where it says receive and play, you can actually change it. So E, F1, and G1 are going to be the notes corresponded to your piano roll. But if you change each of these notes, so E1, I change the second hat to E1. Now this becomes a multi. So when I press this, it's actually going to play both hats at once. That kind of just saves you a little bit of time when you're writing inside of your piano roll, and that way, every time you press that note, it's going to play both. This can help you layer things. This can help you if you really want to get really complicated. You can make a bunch of layered stuff on different notes and play them to make some really, really cool grooves. Another thing to mention too is that if you want to change the actual pitch of the notes that you're playing, you can change where it says play. So right here, this hat is on C3. But if I change this to A♯2, the pitch gets lower. And if I rise it, the pitch gets higher. So you can actually play different notes just by changing the play here. So maybe the pitch of the song is different than the drums. You want to pitch your drums differently. You can just adjust this. One last thing is if you actually go into the receive and change it all the way up at the top here to all notes. When you play that, it's going to do the same thing as the play, where it's allowing you to actually play different pitches of that drum. And that's going to let you transpose your drums maybe to fit the key or the pitch of your track, or maybe you just want to try some different sounds in those samples. So it gives you a ton more room to experiment with just 1 or 2 samples that you might not want because of the pitch or how high or how low the sound might be. If you liked the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications on so you can get more 2-minute tutorials like this one.